What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about our top 5 experiences or things we did while we were in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, or Saigon, as most people still call it today, and it is still pretty well known as Saigon. I'd like to say awesome country, very, very cheap. The flights there from Australia, not overly expensive either. You're looking at about 500 each, but you can get pretty cheap flights with return for about 600 return if you're going for Jetstar. I've seen flights around $300 each one way. So, starting off this list, before I say that, these are in no particular order. They were all really fun. Certainly, obviously, some things are more fun and more big and larger experiences than others. However, these aren't in like a particular order, so I'm just going to be listing 5 down the one. So in number 1, or in number 5, is Monkey Island. Now, this was a last minute thing we did. On the very last day we were there, we had pretty much a full free day, and I seen just on TripAdvisor and a couple other websites that there's a place called Monkey Island, and I was really interested with it because is it a real monkey island? Is there monkeys there? And yes, there is monkeys there. There is heaps and heaps of these little monkeys. They're only like yay big. But yeah, it was really cool to see all the monkeys. Now, this experience we paid for was a full day tour, and it was a group tour, so there was about 20 other people on the bus as well, so not overly large, but still quite large. And we did it through, I'll write on screen because I can't remember, but we did it through this company, and it was $50 each or $48 each. Now, that was pretty cheap, I think, for a full day experience. Lunch is included, which is a traditional fruit lunch, and there is also other things included in there as well, like little treats and certain just simple things like that. So $50, pretty good. Basically, the tour we did was Monkey Island and plus whatever else was included, which is on screen. Got the tour through the Monkey Island, as you can see, through the mangroves, see all the monkeys, do a jet boat ride, which was pretty cool. Different experience. You also got to learn about all the Viet Cong in the mangroves, where they built all the wooden things, like I'm showing on screen right now, which is kind of unique to me. I feel like I've seen that before in Call of Duty World at War. There's actually lots of missions where you're actually in that area, and it looks very similar. So I thought that was pretty cool. They've replicated that quite well, and that's all the original stuff there, and you learn quite a lot about the war. You learn quite a lot about that Vietnam War, and really cool. Would recommend. You see endless amounts of monkeys. There's heaps of them, and they do get pretty close to you. They are kind of aggressive if you piss them off, so you gotta keep your distance. I had my my GoPro stick, so they didn't come near me really. They were all pretty scared. So if you grab a stick, they're going to be worried about you. After the jet boat ride, we went out to the closest beach there, and it is a unique experience seeing that beach. It's very different to Australian beaches, or probably most beaches. It's just pale white dirt, and there's just shells and rocks and stuff everywhere. Very different looking at that beach. And then pretty much after that, you have before that, you have your little lunch meal, which is all like local fruits and local sea crustaceans and stuff like that. And then you go through like a literal market, which is full of seafood, which is most of it's still alive. There's octopus, there's those big bug-looking things. Lots of very unique things to see at that market. So Monkey Island, I would definitely put on your list if you're only going to Saigon. I would 100% do that for $50. Really good price. So yeah, that's my first our first one on this list. So next on the list is the Ben Thanh markets. Now, these you've probably seen these all over the place. If you're researching Vietnam or Saigon in particular, the Ben Thanh markets are very, very popular, and for good reason. They are pretty cool. You can pick up a lot of cheap stuff like your basketball shirts and things like that, and pretty much anything. You can get anything there, like all your fake bags, Nike stuff, everything. Really cool, really big place. You get lost in there pretty easy. There is a lot in there. But obviously free entry. I'm not sure what their opening times were, I think they didn't open till like 11 a.m. and then they were still open some nights until like 8 or 9, but some of the stores were closed. But yeah, very cheap, very haggle friendly. Like I'll tell you experience, this guy started at 900 dong for a bag, and he came all the way down to 200 dong for a bag, which I paid him for. So it was a North Face bag. Is it real? I don't know. Is it still in good condition right now 3 months later? Yeah, it's still good. And so are the shirts I got a couple like these sort of shirts, like gym shirts, and they're still in great condition too, and the pants I got as well. So I don't know how they get the gear, or whether they are just completely rip-offs from like China or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, I would recommend going there and buying a couple of things. Don't haggle them too much. Obviously, they're obviously still going to make money, but you know, it's a country of not much wealth in some of these places. So yeah, would highly recommend the Ben Tar markets, even if you just go there once and just buy a few things. Spend $100. Why not? Anyways, that is on our list. Righto, probably one of the best things we did there is hidden at number 3, I guess, is the Chu Chi tunnels. Now, this is part of the Vietnam War. You learned so much about this place. It is really, really worth it, and I think this is a must-do. This would have to be number 1 on anyone's list. So the one we did is the Chu Chi Tunnels VIP tour. This was $100 each, so it's quite expensive. You can do them a lot cheaper for about $50 each, like the other one. But obviously that's a bigger tour, a lot more people in the group. So the VIP group we did only had 3 groups of 2, so my partner and I, and then 2 other groups of 2, and the tour guide as well, which he was very good. He speak fluent English very well, and he was very, very good at what he did, and he didn't hold back on saying what he thinks about his own country, which was great, because you learn some real things there. You don't have someone speaking like nonsense about their country. He understands his country well, and he explained his country quite well. And you also learn so much about the war, the Vietnam War. Essentially, this is another full day tour. You start off with getting on the bus. It's like a 3-hour. Oh, sorry, I should include that it was a limousine. Not a real limousine. It is a bus that's been converted into like this real fancy looking limo. Like the photos look like a limo. I guess you could just say it is like a fancy limousine, but it is just a bus at the end of the day. Okay, but it was very comfortable. You had big ass seats, cup holders, charge cables for your phones, everything like that. Aircon. It was great. It was a good bus. Really, yeah, really good. Definitely worth the money. Rather than going 3 hours way out just for on a normal bus, that would have been pretty tough. So what's included in this tour? The VIP tour is a 7 a.m. start, and then I don't think it finished until like 6 p.m. So it is a full day, proper full day. Basically, you get on the bus, you drive for a few hours, you rock up at this place that does eggshell art, which is all the people that suffered from the Agent Orange experiment, which was like a gas bomb that dropped, and it pretty much wiped out a lot of their population, and it wiped out the following children of that population. They had amputees, people had massive heads, and yeah, it was pretty alien looking like. And so there's still survivors of that. They have to keep rebreeding until that is gone from their system, and that's apparently what's going to happen. So those Agent Orange not survivors, generation, I guess, I'm not sure what else I can say, they all make eggshell art, and it is really cool to see. I do have some here. I'll try and put a photo of one on screen. Pretty cool. We bought one. It was quite expensive. I think it was like $40, but honestly, you're there, you may as well buy something. Like, yeah, all the money goes back to them, and yeah. So yeah, that is also a coffee break, and then you get to the actual Chu Chi tunnels, and the Chu Chi tunnels, unreal. It is very, very cool to see. 100% a must to see the Chu Chi tunnels in person, and you get to crawl through the tunnels. You can pay extra to shoot an AK-47. This is an original AK-47 that jammed on me a fair few times, so I only got like 4 automatic shots, but still 100% worth it. I think that was about $40 extra, I think, and you got 20 bullets, I think. Yeah. But yeah, obviously we're in Vietnam. I've never shot an AK-47 before, and it was an original, which was very awesome to do. So then you go from there, you learn way more about the tunnels. You get to crawl through the tunnels 100 meters, which is very, very hard. I would highly recommend only fit people do that, and I say that very, very confidently, that if you're not fit, you're not getting through that tunnel. It is tough ask. After that, you head off to a local lunch, which was cool. They had all local fruits and food, and it was actually really good. I very much enjoyed that. You got a drink there as well. And then you got to go to the Mekong River, and the Mekong River is pretty cool to see. Jump on a boat, head over to Coconut Island, which is where they make coconut everything. Get to taste some stuff, drink some snake wine. Very interesting. Very interesting. And then you come back and you go to a different island, and you have very, very localized fruits there. They have like 6 different fruits, which are just mainly local there. Like, obviously you can buy these fruits at your local supermarkets as well, but these are fresh, and you get to hear a song from the local people that live there, and then you're pretty much on your way to the next part of the Mekong River, where you get in a rowboat and they row you out a certain amount of distance. You're expected to tip those guys as well, which is fine. I gave them a few thousand dong, which isn't much. I think it was like $20, which was a lot. He was very stoked, and I was happy because he was a great dude. He was awesome. Anyways, that's pretty much the tour. You drive back to the where they picked you up from after that. But honestly, massive tour, massive day, but 100% worth it, and I would 100% recommend paying for the VIP, because if you're in a big group of 20 or 30, I don't think it would be as well communicated to you about obviously everything that happened in the Vietnam War and everything that you do in the day. Definitely would recommend the VIP tour for $100. I think if we had anything like that in Australia, it would be like $300 or $400. Like 100% would believe it would be costing that much, just because of how much was involved. So yeah, the Chu Chi tunnels VIP experience with the limousine, I think it's called. I'll link below. 100% would recommend that one, and that would probably be the best thing to do on this list in Saigon. Righto, next one. We have the Oasis Cafe in, I think it's District 10. I'm pretty sure. It doesn't say. Oh no, yeah, it doesn't really say, but I'm pretty sure it's District 10. It's about 10 k's south of the airport, which is way up top of Saigon, way further away from everything. This cafe is not your just ordinary cafe. This is a koi fish cafe. Now, these are probably popping up all over the world, of course, but obviously in Saigon, it was very interesting to see. We went there, and it looks really cool, as you can see by the videos I'm playing right now. The koi fish cafe, you've got a few options of tables, so you can either sit right in the pods where the koi fish are next to you, or you can sit outside the pods and go feed the koi fish. They give you like a box of popcorn, which you can eat yourself, and I think that costs like $4, but you feed that to the koi fish, and the koi fish just rally over and absolutely smash it. So really cool place. I think it cost about $15 for a Vietnamese coffee, and I think we got French fries, and my partner got a fruit platter and also a smoothie, and it was only about $16, I'm pretty sure, total. So definitely would recommend that. It was really cool. Just a little side thing you could do in the morning, maybe for breakfast or even lunch. Very awesome to check out. Would recommend that. The Oasis Cafe, District 10, and it is a koi fish cafe. So yeah. Righto, last thing on my list is just a very, very common one, and that is trying egg coffee. So I found a very, very highly rated, high-starred place, which was in District 1, not far from the Ben Ta market, and it was called Little Hanoi Egg Coffee. Now, they spelt Hanoi differently. Obviously, Hanoi is up top. But Little Hanoi Egg Coffee, pretty cool little cafe as well, and yeah, just a really cool vibe in there. It was awesome. Not overly expensive. I think the egg coffee was around $4 or $5. I can't really remember exactly, but yeah, egg coffee had breakfast there as well, and my partner had a smoothie and something else, and everything was awesome. So Little Hanoi Egg Coffee, just another little side thing to do. Maybe go there for breakfast one day. Definitely would recommend that one, and it's easy to find. You could probably walk there from a hotel, because that's sort of where the hotel market is area. Sorry. So yeah, that is number 5 on the list. Oh yeah, egg coffee. It's all right. It's all right. I don't know. You can be the judge of that, whether you like it or not. Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. Give it a crack. A few little bonus things I might as well throw in there. Obviously, you have to try banh mi while you're in Saigon or Vietnam. The local banh mi's are very good. I only had one while I was there, and it wasn't from a local cart. It was from like a shop that was just on the corner. They were calling us over, and we were like, yeah, I really want a banh mi anyway. Might as well go do it. And it was a good banh mi. Very different from the banh mi's here in Australia. That the Vietnamese shops obviously make. This one had cheese on it. I don't know if is that normal. Let me know in the comments if that's normal. If they usually have cheese on it. Yeah. It was good. I mean, the cheese definitely added a better element to it. That was a go. I would do that again. Cheese. Another thing you could do is go to the Landmark 81 area, and then also go to the Landmark 81 Sky Tower. It is the tallest building in all of Vietnam, and the 5th tallest building in all of Asia, which is quite surprising considering Japan is in Asia, and so is all those other countries in that area. And Vietnam has the 5th tallest building. It is obviously 81 floors tall. I think it might be a bit taller than that, but there is 81 floors that you can actually go up. So yeah, that's where the 81 comes in. You can also stay there. We tried to stay there but got scammed, and we end up in another building, which I have a video on below if you want to go check that out. But yeah, Landmark 81, the whole area is just very, very modern, super modern, very clean. There's an ice skating rink inside the shopping center. There's heaps of stuff in there. It's really cool. Definitely would recommend checking that out. It is quite expensive to go to the top of Landmark 81 though. I think it's about $60 each, $50 each, something like that. But yeah, you get a free drink up there. There's also a restaurant up there, not that we went to it. But yeah, pretty cool spot. Would recommend checking all that out. So yeah, there's a couple bonus ones for you. I can't think of too many other bonus ones. We didn't have that much time in Vietnam. We would have liked more. My overall experience of Vietnam was really, really good. All the people were cool. I didn't have any bad interactions with anyone, and we don't speak Vietnamese, obviously. English was quite well accepted, quite well done, and yeah, overall I very much enjoyed our time there. Really enjoyed our time there. It surprised me, to be honest. If you're thinking about going to Vietnam and you're like, oh, I'm not sure, definitely would go. Like it was an eye-opening experience, which ended up being really damn cool. So anyways, they're our I say our as in my partner and I, they're what we did. They're like the 5 best things we did there. We did heaps of other stuff there, but they're probably the 5 more enjoyable things that I think you should put on your itinerary. Oh my god, my English. Anyways, yeah, so next on our list is South Korea. We're going there within a month, and we've got a fair bit of time in South Korea, so yeah, maybe you should subscribe and check that out, or check some of my other videos out. I do quite a lot. Yeah, we're looking at maybe 2 countries a year if we can afford it. I don't know. We'll see how we go. But anyways, leave a like if you like this video. If it helped you, make sure you do let me know, and by leaving a like on the video. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Cheers. Legend.